All right, let's talk about the dentist. For a lot of us, just hearing that word, yeah, it brings up some feelings, right? Anxiety, maybe a little dread. But what if a dental visit could actually be different, like completely different? Today, we're going to look at one practice that's basically redesigning the whole experience from the ground up. And they're doing it by focusing on three key things: comfort, technology, and trust. Let's dive in. Okay, let's just be real for a second. Life happens, right? Those 6-month checkups, they can easily turn into, well, a lot more than 6 months. And it doesn't matter if it's been a year or 5 or even longer, the idea of finally going back can be super stressful. You start thinking about what they'll find, maybe feeling a little embarrassed. A really patient first practice understands that. Their whole vibe is about welcoming you back, no judgment, no shame for being away. And this quote right here, it just nails the problem. It's not always the drill you're afraid of, you know? It's the feeling of the place. That cold, sterile, intimidating vibe. It's a huge wall that stops people from getting care. The stress starts building the second you even think about walking through the door. So, okay, how do you fix that? How do you tackle that environmental problem? It's not enough to just have a friendly person at the front desk, right? You've got to completely rethink the whole physical space, build an entirely different experience right from the second you step inside. And check this out. This is such a brilliant move. The office was actually a house, a residential home that was renovated. And that's not just some quirky design choice, you know? It's pure psychology. The whole space is literally built to feel familiar, to feel disarming. It's the exact opposite of that sterile, hospital-like feeling that sets our nerves on edge. And this is where that home-like idea gets real. I mean, look at this list. Gourmet coffee, warm neck pillows during your treatment, music in the room. None of this stuff is, medically required. But psychologically, it's absolutely crucial. A neck pillow, picking your own music. These aren't just little extras. They're tools. They're designed to give you a bit of control and comfort when you feel like you have none. Okay, so comfort is a huge piece of the puzzle. But a modern practice isn't just about feeling cozy. It's also about using technology to make the care itself better and honestly, way more efficient. And this is where things get really impressive. It all comes down to one major feature: having a dental lab right there on site. Look, having that lab in-house changes everything. Seriously, think about it. Normally, the dentist takes a mold, ships it off to some lab you've never heard of, and then you wait. For weeks sometimes. But here, the person actually making your crown or veneer is right down the hall. This means the dentist can walk over, talk to the technician face-to-face, and they can work together in real time. It is a total game changer for getting that perfect fit and making sure the color is spot on. And the difference for you, the patient, it is night and day. On the one hand, you've got the old way. Multiple appointments, endless waiting, coming back for adjustments that don't quite fit. It's frustrating. But with the lab on site, the whole timeline just gets squished. It means fewer visits, less time in the chair, and getting your permanent, perfectly fitted restoration way, way faster. It's all about respecting your time. And this number is just the ultimate proof. 24, as in 24 hours. There's a procedure called Smiles Tomorrow that can give you a brand new, fully restored smile in about a day. Think about that. A total transformation that used to take weeks, even months, is now done in the time it takes for the earth to spin once. And it's only possible because that on-site lab cuts out all the waiting. So when you put those two big ideas together, that comfortable, welcoming vibe and this incredible in-house tech, what you get is a practice that can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. We're talking about the full spectrum of care here, from a basic checkup all the way to a life-changing smile makeover. So what does a chart like this actually mean for you? It means you're not getting bounced around. You know the drill, you go for a cleaning, but then you're told you need to see a specialist across town for something cosmetic and maybe a different one for a root canal. Here, it's all under one roof. From general care to the really complex restorative stuff, it's all done by the same team that you already know and trust. It's a true one-stop shop. And for anyone who feels totally overwhelmed by their dental situation, maybe you feel like it's just too much to fix. The phrase full mouth reconstruction can sound, frankly, terrifying. And that's why having a clear, simple process like this is so critical. It breaks it down. It shows you it's not some huge, scary one-time event. No, it's a journey. It starts with a really thorough assessment. Then they build a plan that's custom-made for you, and that leads to an amazing, predictable result. It makes something that feels impossible feel totally achievable. All right, so we've talked about the comfy atmosphere and the cool tech, but at the end of the day, you can have all the bells and whistles. The real test, the final verdict, comes from the patients. What do they actually say? Their experience is the only thing that proves if this whole approach really works.
Take a look at this. Over 20 years. That says a ton, right? It speaks to consistency. I mean, for a practice that's been around since 1990, having patients stick with you for decades tells you you're doing something right. And that professionalism and outstanding work he mentions, that's not a fluke. It's the direct result of everything we've been talking about, the commitment, the technology. This isn't some new fad. It's a proven long-term track record.
And this one gets right to the heart of it. Trust. That's the key word. Especially if you've been through a lot of intense dental work, you know that trust isn't something you just give away. It has to be earned. And this is exactly what happens when that comfortable, home-like feeling we talked about meets the incredible skill made possible by that on-site lab. What you get is pure, unshakable confidence.
Wow. Okay, just think about this for a second. This person drives from another state to go to the dentist. What would make you do that? It's when a new dentist finds serious issues that your old one missed for years. That's not just good customer service. That is a level of thoroughness and skill that creates a kind of loyalty that, a few miles on the highway can't break.
So in the end, looking at a practice like this, it does more than just highlight one great dental office. It really raises the bar. It makes you step back and ask a much bigger question, right? What should we all be expecting from our healthcare? From any doctor, any specialist, what standard of comfort, of technology, and of trust should be the baseline? This kind of case study, it shows us what's actually possible.